right? Number 24. For the final of a TV show, viewers could use either social media or text message to vote for their favorite of the two contestants. The contestant receiving more than 50% of the vote won. An estimated 10% of viewers voted, and 30% of votes were cast on social media. Contestant 2 earned 70% of the votes cast using social media, and 40% of votes cast using a text message. Based on the information, which I'll find is an accurate conclusion. Okay. So we have two contestants, and we also have two ways of voting, right? We can vote on social media. We can also vote on by text. Okay, so 10% voted of all the viewers, and 30% of all the votes were on social media. Right, and then we can know pretty much the rest were voted by text message. Okay, and we know contestant 2 earned 70% of the votes on social media and 40% of vote on the text message. Okay. Which one is the accurate conclusion? Okay, so A says if all viewers have voted, contestant 2 would have won. Right? Do we know for sure? Right? Do we know for sure if that's the case? Well, we don't know because only 10% of viewers voted, right? We don't know anything about the other 90% viewer. If they all voted, it could go either way depending on the results, right? Because we had no information on it. So we don't know for sure if it will be contestant 2 will win, right? Because the data that we have is only 10%. It's a very small amount compared to all the viewers, right? So the other 90% viewer could, the vote could be favors contestant 1 or contestant 2. We don't know for sure. Okay, so if we don't know for sure, then that won't be the correct answer. Okay, we have to be able to prove the answer choice. Okay, so B says viewer voting by social media were likely to be younger than viewer voting by text message. Well, again, this could be true. Right, this could be true because in general, younger people tend to use social media more, right, than text message. But again, there's no way of proving it, right? Okay, here they didn't mention anything about the age of the viewers, right? We know in real life this might be the case, but then since we cannot prove it 100%, then this won't be the answer. Okay, we have to be able to prove it from the information that we have in this the numbers that were provided. Right? Since they didn't say anything about the age, we can't really prove that. So that's not it. Okay, C says if all viewers who voted had voted by social media instead of text message, contestant 2 would have won. If they all vote on social media instead of text, contestant 2 will have won. Do we know that for sure? Well, not really, right? So the social media or text is just the method of voting, right? But then if everybody voted on social media, they still have different opinions, right? They could vote for either contestant 1 or contestant 2. So just because they vote on social media doesn't mean they will support contestant 2, right? So again, there's nothing that we can use to prove it, so it's not going to be the answer, right? So by process of elimination, it should be D. Okay, let's see. D says viewers voting by social media were more likely to prefer contestant 2 than viewer voting by text message. Well, can we prove that? Well, yes, because contestant 2 earned 70% of the votes using social media, right? Okay, so then, yeah, so those who vote by social media prefer contestant 2 more, right? Because 70% of those who voted on social media voted for contestant 2. Okay, yeah, so those who are on social media are more likely to prefer contestant 2 because those who voted by text only 40% support contestant 2. Okay, so that is a true statement. Okay, because we have the number to back it up. Okay, so D will have to be our final answer. Okay, so it doesn't mean contestant 2 will win the contest, right? Just based on the number, statement D is a true statement. So we know that should be our final answer.